So let's start with your reaction to the impeachment inquiry.
Well, I'm wholeheartedly in favor of it. It's something that absolutely needs to be done. I'm very happy that the Speaker sees fit to do so, and he has appointed three really great young men that as chairman as chairman of these three committees that are able to subpoena folks to come in and who know things about this, and whistleblowers have come forward. People who actually have worked for the Internal Revenue Service, former FBI agents, and witnesses that can tell us what's going on. And in spite of what Ms. Jean-Pierre said, the evidence is piling up that we could very, very possibly have had a very corrupted administration under President Obama and his vice president. Vice President Biden has said repeatedly that he'd never talked to his son about any of these types of things. We know that's not true. He has said that there's no evidence. Well, we've got bank records. Bank records don't lie. And so, unsurprisingly, the White House is floundering, begging the liberal media, as you just said, to inquire and scrutinize Republicans who want to bring this impeachment inquiry forward. So there we have it. I mean, we've got a compromised president, very, very possibly. And so let's see where the evidence leads.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't be shocked to see the White House actually send a letter out to their friends in the mainstream media directing them how to handle this impeachment inquiry. I mean, what's it called when the state is running the media? Also, I mean, how much more do Americans need to see before they can realize that there's rampant corruption in the highest office?
Monica, you said it better than anybody. I mean, I don't believe, they're asking you not to believe your lying eyes. This is the same media that ridiculed and demonized and went out of their way to target those who said COVID-19 was leaked from a laboratory. They've got no credibility whatsoever. These are the same Democrats that said, hey, the border is secure. And we've got the biggest disaster and border crisis in the history of our nation going on down there today. Again, don't believe your lying eyes, Americans. Believe us and the mainstream media. Thank goodness for OAN. We appreciate media outlets like you that get to the absolute truth. And we didn't launch this inquiry for impeachment out of a whim. We did it because Joe Biden has repeatedly lied to the public about his involvement with his family. And I mean, why do you create 20 shell companies, 20 fake shell companies that are only there to receive money and then have the money dished out to somebody else? It looks an awful lot like money laundering to me. Something is going on there, and we can't seem to get answers out of them except to say there's no evidence and Republicans are just scaremongering.
Absolutely. You know, we're supposed to act like we can't connect the dots, and it's absolutely maddening, and it's rather insulting, actually. I do want to ask you about the Hunter Biden indictment. The timing on this is kind of interesting, I think. I kind of see this as a deflection or maybe a way to make the DOJ seem legit. How do you see this?
Well, I think what we're seeing is, again, Biden lied repeatedly. He said he never talked to Hunter about his business dealings. The Biden family created 20 shell companies to launder literally millions of dollars. We think there's up to $20 million that we know of so far. And then the National Archives, they don't lie. The archives admitted that there were 5,400 emails, electronic records, and documents where it showed that Joe Biden was using a fake name, a pseudonym, during his vice presidency to dish out government information to Hunter and others in a pay-to-play. Obviously, it looks like a pay-to-play scheme to me. And again, eyewitnesses have testified that the president joined in multiple times, and phone calls, interactions, dinners, and resulted in cars and millions of dollars going out to his sons and his sons' business partners. $20 million through 20 various shell companies to 9 Biden family members.
There's
What's
just
going on?
so much. There's too much to keep up with. Honestly, it's information
Right.
overload. And at the same time, his administration has recently, quietly, mind you, reversed Trump-era rules, going back to his war on energy. I can't help but to see this as a nefarious plan to weaken America from the inside out.
I think you're exactly right. I think you can look at it from energy, open borders, everything else. They have a plan to bring down our great democratic republic based on the Constitution, the Judeo-Christian faith that we have, and to bring in millions and millions of foreign people from 150 different countries. So far, we've had 6 million plus come across, nearly 200 suspected terrorists. These are the same people that, again, I said this already about COVID, that it did not come from a lab leak. All that evidence points to it. The Biden administration is incredibly corrupt. They're not transparent at all. They're opaque. They don't want to let people see what they're doing. And they have the mainstream media, probably 90% of the media out there is in their hip pocket. Otherwise, why would the White House have asked the media to start scrutinizing Republicans that want to bring forth this impeachment inquiry? We've got problems in the United States of America, and it can be rectified next year. Let's just hope and pray that the American people wake up and see that their country is in great, great jeopardy right now.